So you can go back into your Old Testament and you can look at all the prophets who spoke for the name of the Lord. Here's what I know about the prophets who spoke truth in the name of the Lord. They all died. They all died. They all experienced suffering, okay? And it cost them their lives. So you're like, well, I don't like that example. Well, then you're really going to love the second one. His name is Job. And we don't even like reading the book of Job because we're afraid, like, well, that's going to happen to me. The prophets stood for truth, man, in the middle of hardship. Pick one. Pick one. The only one who had it good, quote unquote, was Jonah. And he was a rebellious prophet. God's like, go to Nineveh. He's like, I don't think so. No. He told God no. A prophet of God told God no. And he ran the opposite direction. And then God's like, okay, I'll let you pay the fare because sin will always cost you. God's like, I'll let you pay the fare to get on that boat and to go halfway into the Mediterranean Sea only to be tossed out of that boat and swallowed by a fish and brought back to where I want you. But it will cost you out of your pocket, Job or Jonah. Sin will always cost you. And God was like, I'll let you pay that fee. Probably be a good lesson for you. Jonah's probably like, man, I wasted all that money. Yeah, you did. You did. You should have just went to Nineveh. But it's what I do sometimes. God's like, go there. Oh, I don't really want to go talk to that person. I don't want to talk to that person. I don't know what to say. Do I need to get a fish? No, I'll go. Right? Like, no, don't let me be swallowed. I'm in the water a lot. Like, that's a real threat, right? I could easily get swallowed by some fish. Just listen to what God says and just do what he says, okay? He was the only one. But he complained and grumbled the whole time. He experienced the greatest revival any prophet has ever seen in the Old Testament, and maybe even up until this day. Like 500,000 people, like a whole city repents and turns to God, and Jonah is sitting on a hill overlooking the city, and he is grumbling and complaining, wishing he would die. And then Jeremiah's like, bro, what's wrong with you? Like, I preached faithfully for 40 years and nobody got saved ever. And I was imprisoned multiple times. Life was threatened. And it did cost him his life. But they stood for truth in the midst of hardship. In the world, what the world needs right now is the message of the gospel communicated by brave believers who are willing to stand for truth.